Hello everyone, Zainam this side. And guys, today we are going to see how we can create a workflow on n8n using your Claude, right? So we are going to give a couple of skills and MCP server to our Claude, right? Now, starting would be from you, of course, this is obvious. Second thing would be that we are going to create Claude.mp file. Now, viewers who don't know what is Claude.mp file, it is basically a markdown file which tells Claude what to do. So you can say kind of a system message or system prompt for your Claude, right? So let's open our VS Code, and guys, this is where we are going to work with Claude, right? Now there are other ways also. You can open your terminal or anything, right? Regarding which also I have shared videos. Also, you can work with multiple Claude agents simultaneously, right? I guess there is some net issue. That's the reason. Yeah. Anyways, now we are going to open a new fresh folder over here, right? So again, it's your choice. I would be creating this new folder over here only on desktop. Okay, so this would be one n8n demo. So that's what we are going to go with. Fine. We're going to select this folder, right? And this is how it's going to look like. Also, people who is feeling little bit intimidating seeing all these things, don't worry. I will guide you people. It's very easy. I don't know coding, and I don't think so. You also need a coding over here to understand coding. Anyways, so over here, this is how your interface is going to look like, guys. On the most left hand side over here, you would be seeing all your files and folders, right? Over here, this is your welcome screen, which we don't need. And yeah, this is your AI agent, which is from the VS Code itself, right? I again think so there's no need of this. You can directly ask your Claude for any of the things, right? So again, we're going to close this. Again, over here, you're going to see something called as extensions. Click this, and like you won't be getting this, so search for this. Once you will get this, this is from official Anthropic, right? This is the extension of your Claude. Make sure that you are installing this. Once you're going to install this, you will see one button over here. Make sure that you're clicking this, and your Claude is going to be opened, right? We're going to close this. We're going to open our files, right? Right now, again, I'm saying that this would be, we are under this folder, which is n8n demo, right? So we don't have anything over here, and we're going to start everything from the scratch. Now, if you're going to see on the right hand most side, you will see a kind of an interface like ChatGPT only, right? So basically, you're going to talk with Claude over here, right? Now, what I want, we are going to ask Claude to create one Claude.md file in which we are going to give the links of MCP server for our n8n and n8n skills, right? So it is going to invoke them. So this is what we're going to do. Hey Claude, create one Claude.md file. Also, I will be passing some URLs in which you are going to see how to install n8n MCP server and n8n skills. Also, I would be passing my credentials of n8n like API keys and server link. So start setting up this thing. Let's hit enter, right? Also, guys, if you're going to see over here, these are the modes, right? If you're going to click this right now, I'm on the default mode, which is edit automatically, right? There are 5 other modes also. Mostly I would be working in this bypass permission mode and pen mode, right? Anyways, I would be showing them again. I have created one video separately for that also. Make sure that you are checking it out, which is basics for Claude, right? Also, if you're going to click this, you would able to see what actually Claude is thinking, right? So if you're going to see over here, glob, there is one command which is known as glob, which means it is searching for this file, right? So let me check it. So it was trying to check it, and then it didn't find this Claude.md, so it has wrote this, or it has made this file, right? So now we have this Claude.md file. The URLs are how to install the, okay, so over here we are going to go with this. You can click this and you will see that there is something inside this, right? Anyways, so I would be closing this. Now, step 2, which we are going to see, is this, that we are going to give it MCP, like n8n MCP link and skills. So it is going to invoke them, right? Now the skills I would be putting in the description, so you guys can get it from there. Anyways, so this is the MCP link, guys, right? Over here, if you're going to see all like what exactly this is, you guys can read over here, right? And it is being like made by this guy, right? This one. and you can read this like how to set up this project and all. I would be directly passing this links to my Claude, and it is going to set up this thing on its own, right? Anyways, over here these are the skills. Again, skills are also from same person, right? Now what exactly you will be getting in the skills, there are 7 skills. First is n8n expression syntax. So it is like what exactly this is going to do. So it is going to teach correct n8n expression syntax and common patterns, right? Then n8n mcp tool expert. So like the tool which we saw over here, how to use this would be inside this also. Then n8n workflow patterns, so how we can create workflows, that's what it is going to show, right? So there are 7 more, I guess. Overall is 7, right? So yeah, we are going to go with this links. I will be copying this link. Also shout out for that person who has created this, right? Anyways, so hey Claude, following are the links. So we would be passing links over here. First is your n8n skill, and second is mct link. Fine. Now we are going to ask it to read all this first of all, right? So it is going to search this things, this links it is going to search, and then it is going to read all the things, and then it is going to execute this, right? So I have given you links. Make sure that you are reading all the documentations based on them, and then you are invoking them. And over here we would be going with the bypass permission modes, right? And like we don't want this. So over here we would be going with bypass permission mode because I don't want any permission again and again to give. Anyways, it would be asking for some bash only, bash commands, which we would be seeing over here. Anyways, now what it is going with. So see, these are the links. So it has fetched this links. Now again, it has started this web fetch, which means it is retrieving data out of this links, right? Fine. So bypass permission mode, guys, if you want how to get this bypass permission mode, over here there would be settings. Go over here, and over here in settings, go again, like there would be a gearbox, and inside that we are going to go with the settings. So this is what we are going to go see, and you're going to go with Claude over here, and you will see something like this: allow dangerously skip permission. And if you're going to click this checkbox, your bypass permission modes are going to be on, right? So yeah. Apart from this, again, Claude.md file, like what is Claude.md, regarding that I have created one separate video. Also I have created one video on the basics of Claude. Make sure that you guys are checking out those things. It would be difficult for me to repeat all the same things again and again. Fine. So so this is the bash command, if you guys are able to see, which means it is using our terminal, if you guys are aware of, or else you can talk about this command prompt also, right? I'm talking for Windows, so that's what it is going with, right? So once, guys, we would be getting something over here, I would be showing you guys. Welcome back, guys. So if you're going to see over here, so it has created this this .claude file, sorry, .claude folder, in which there is a folder which is skills, and in which there are this different folders which are n8n code, JavaScript, which we are going to see. Also, one thing which it has done initially, it has saved this all these files, the skills folder itself, inside the global folder, right? So I asked it to save over here so I could show you people as well. Also, MCP server also, it has initially invoked locally, sorry, globally, and now I asked it to do on this folder itself, which means only whenever I'm inside this folder, I can use the skills. If I'm keeping it global, I can use it in any of the other folders as well, whether it is n8n demo. Let me show you guys one example. Mm, yeah, so even though if you are going to be over here also anywhere like this Claude demo folder, inside this also I can execute same amount of skills, and I can execute same amount of same MCPs also, if it is stored globally. But right now we are keeping this locally, which means, like, what I want to tell to you people is that if you're not going to tell your Claude that you are supposed to store them locally, then it is going to store it globally only, right? So right now I asked it to say over here, and that's the reason it is going with this. Fine. Now, so inside this n8n demo folder, there are 3 different folders. First is your .claude file, .claude folder. If you're going to click this, there is one folder which is, right now there is only one folder which is skill, hence it has selected that. Now inside the skills there are multiple skills. One is your n8n code JavaScript, which means how it can code in JavaScript. It would be doing that. In Python, it would be doing that. So there are 7 different skills which we talked about, right? Which we don't care about anyways. Next is your MCP, right? So this is your JSON file for MCP, right? Which is also correct. Now, if you're going to see this documentation, which I have shown you people over here. Again, there is no need of reading this completely, how to set up this. Everything is going to be done by your Claude itself, end to end. You don't need to worry anything, right? Fine. Now we are going to go with, see, now it is asking us n8n API URL and API key. So that's what we are going to go with. Now, one more thing which I wanted to tell you people, that whenever it is asking any of your API keys, right, I would be passing my other API keys also over here. So whenever it is asking your API keys, make sure that you are storing those API keys in .env file, right? Hey Claude, I would be giving you my API keys. Make sure that you are creating one .env file for it. Right? I guess it is going to understand. Now, what does this .env file means? Whatever I'm chatting right now, whatever I'm talking with this Claude right now, wherever I'm going to create, whenever I'm going to share any of the API keys with this guy, it is going to remain in this uh, conversation, right? First thing. Second, whenever I'm going to push this on the Git, right? Like whenever I'm going to push this on any of the online platforms, all these files are going to be there except .env, right? .env means that you are not supposed to, like, it means that Claude is not supposed to share these files on any of the online platforms, right? Now, anyways, we're going to go with this thing. So first we're going to open our beautiful n8n. Fine. So guys, this is my n8n, right? Over here, this is the URL. So see, this you can pass directly inside your chat, but API keys would be a little bit tricky. So how you would be knowing this? More and more you are going to like work, more you would be understanding. Claude itself is going to tell you what you are supposed to put inside the chat and what you are supposed to put outside. Okay, so I have created this. So it has created this. So this is a command for writing this .env file, and fine. So now we are going to put this over here. Anyways, we were knowing this, but still we write this. Okay, API we are going to put over here, and now we are going to grab our API key. Anyways, over here, this should be not n8n API URL. I don't know why it has made this blunder, but fine. So over here, we would be going with this, which is API keys. And guys, you won't able to see this. Okay, we can create one new key, I guess, right? And then I'm going to delete this. So yeah, Claude. Fine. So I would be deleting this. Anyways, if you want to copy this, you can. So this we would be pasting over here, right? And now we are going to ask it to set up this. So we will be saving this first. Hey Claude, I have pasted both the keys inside env file. Go and check them and make sure and start invoking the skills and MCP server. There is no need of make sure over here. So guys, if you're going to see over here, it is thinking this. It has got this API URL key, like URL key, and this is wrong over here. If you're going to see, it has kept this API key, my API key over here, right? Now I won't be fighting with this Claude right now, but this has been happened with me multiple times. So what you are supposed to do over here, you have to tell your Claude again and again 2 to 3 times that you are not going to store this over here, any of the API keys, because once this is going to be inside your chat itself, then like, what is the point of storing them in the env file, right? So tell this guy 2 to 3 times, and then it is going to register this thing inside the Claude.md, right? So I guess so. Yeah, couple more things which I wanted to share with you people. So over here, guys, if you want to check, see, main problem over here is that you won't able to understand how much tokens you have completed. So you can go with this command, which is slash, and go with usage over here. And over here, you will able to see that my 5 hour session, like for this session, I have completed 8%. It is going to reset it after 4 hours. Like if I'm going to talk about the entire week, I have completed 32%, right? Your email ID, your organization, everything would be over here. So you guys can check out this as well. Fine. So guys, once I would be getting something out of here, I would be sharing. Okay, guys, welcome back. So over here, if you're going to see, so it has done this things which is MCP server. So connected using your credentials. So from my env file, it has done this. 7 n8n skills are also invoked, right? And this is inside the project only, which we talked, right? It is not globally, right? Apart from this, if you're going to see over here, it has edited some of the commands over here. This is the MCP server itself, right? So anyways, I also, this is inside the cloud.md file. So it has edited cloud.md file, right? Which section it has edited, that also it is showing, right? Again, there is no need of knowing all these things, right? But more and more, if you're going to use, after sometimes you would able to know this. Even I don't know coding, guys, right? Anyways, moving up, so it has executed this commands over here, which is finally it got to know that our MCP is working, right? So right, fine. So let's go with this thing. Let's see whether this is working or not. Hey Claude, okay, one minute. Hey Claude, check the workflows which we have and tell me the names. So it is going to use MCP, right? And it is going to see which workflows which we have already created. So for your reference, I would be showing you guys what I'm talking about. So this is my n8n, right? Just a second. Okay. Okay. So this is the back button, right? So over here, if you're going to see, these are my workflows, right? So I'm basically asking it this thing only, which are my workflows. So if I'm going to get answer of this, let's see. So I guess I would be getting. Apart from this, guys, I wanted to show you guys this thing also. See, let's suppose we are continuously talking with this guy, right? So whenever we are talking, there is something called as a tokens, right? And as there would be more and more tokens would be used, there is something called as a context rot, right? Which is going to happen, right? Which means as like this things happen with humans also. If you tend to see any of your conversation, you tend to remember the initial phase and the end part, right? Between part you tend to forget, right? And this is what tends to happen with AI also. It is initially remembering everything and then it starts forgetting, which means accuracy is decreasing. And this is only known as your context rot, right? Which means a brain rot in human would be a context rot in any of your AI agents, right? Finally, after certain times, this result is going to be very, very, very down, right? Now your accuracy is decreasing and number of tokens used is increasing, and this is only known as your context route. So there is one command which is known as your context, which you would be seeing over here also, or else you can go with this thing and you will see something called as a compact. Press enter and this is going to start compacting, right? Apart from this, guys, see, we are also getting that there are 28 workflows, right? And this is BDM sales agent, my workflow 3, my workflow 5, etc., right? Agent, everything. Also, you guys can check out my n8n videos also, guys. Anyways, free promotion, I guess. Yeah, and right now if you're going to see, this is compacting, which means, see, whenever we are having conversation, right, there are many times, like if we are going to talk about any of us only, me only, right, we are going to use many such words. Like if you might have noticed that I'm continuously using a word which is right again, right? So what I'm trying to say you guys, that many times we use unnecessary words which is not going to be like what we can say. So exact, it is going to compress all the things we are talking and it is going to keep that very efficient, like all the right, all it is going to remove from it, right? Anyways, guys, so this is working and we can ask it to create one workflow for us. So let's go with this thing. So what I'm thinking, we can create one Telegram AI thing, right? On Telegram I'm going to message and I would be getting reply using Gemini, right? Hey Claude, create one chatbot using Telegram and Gemini. Make sure that you are sharing me the plan first and then we are going to start executing this. So over here we are going to go with, so we are going to go with chatbot over here, and over here we are going to go with the plan mode. So right now we are trying to plan this thing. Again, this would be very easy, so I don't think so it is going to take much time, right? So it is thinking right now, guys, right? So first it is checking existing n8n workflows, especially. Okay, so it is trying to do this thing that if it is there already, it is not going to create or something. Understand the n8n instance and what nodes credential might be available. I will explore the existing chat Gemini, Telegram plus Gemini workflows in first to understand. Okay, fine, guys. So once it is going to come with some plan, I would be sharing that with you. Okay, so it is coming with this questions. What kind of chatbot do you want to build? So general assistant, research bot, or custom purpose. So we are going to go with general assistant. Should the bot remember the so right now we don't want to go with very hi-fi thing. We would be going with no, right? We would be going with submit. Again, guys, see the number of tokens which are being used. That also you would able to see over here. Yes, it started executing or what? I need one plan right now. Okay, so node would be Telegram. Only process text messages, of course. Okay, so again, anyways, now I have everything. Fine, guys. So once it will be coming with plan, I will show you. So it came up with this plan. So Telegram plus Gemini General Assistant chatbot, right? Over here it is going to use 2.5 Flash, right? Gemini, which is correct because that is the one only which is working free. Apart from that, these are the Gemini API key, guys. So I used to use n8n, so I guess it is using those API keys from that only. It is retrieving information from there, so it's good. I didn't ask it to do. Anyways, it didn't ask me the credentials for my Telegram bot also, right? So see over here, credentials are already there, and that's the reason I'm not creating new credentials. But if you want to see a video on that also, you guys can just write down in comment section. I would be creating one video how you can create API for Telegram. Gemini, you might be knowing, you can just go into your Google Cloud, right, and you would be getting your API keys. Apart from that, so also over here, if you're going to see, it is using some webhook ID, which is Telegram Gemini Assistant. So fine, I don't know why it is using this, but let's see. We're going to go with auto accept. Fine. And I would be going with bypass because I don't want to give access of bash commands again and again. Anyways, so guys, once it would be ready, I would be showing. Also, guys, one more thing. So which I was talking with you. So it has fetched all these credentials and IDs from existing workflows, right? Also, whenever it is creating any of things like this, it is going to keep one to-do list for itself. So right now it is over here. Once this is going to be completed, there would be one checkbox over here, like there would be tick over here, sorry, and there would be one cross on this thing, right? Then it is going to be executing this thing, and then the last it would be this. So right now it is fetching the credentials ID, which it has already done, but I don't know why. Some other probably. Then it is going to create the Telegram Gemini General Assistant workflow, and then it is going to activate it. Fine. So let's see what it is coming with. Okay, guys, welcome back. So it has shared me this link, which we are going to click to see. Let's wait for 2 minutes. First of all, what it has done, so it has created one Telegram trigger, right? I don't know again why it is using webhook over here, but again, I don't care about this. Anyways, then it is using one good thing, which is text filter. Right now, what I was thinking that if there would be text, like it is going to directly go to Gemini and I would be getting a reply. Now over here, it is creating one filter that if it is text, then only we would be getting, then only it is going to proceed with the further thing, or else it is going to stop the execution. So let's see this, and it has activated this, which is also good. So we can run this live. I don't want to go directly to Telegram and then I want to like I'm thinking of that also, but then if it won't be working, I would be very much heart failed, right? It would be very much what we can say hurtful, right? Anyways, we would be copying this link, guys, and we would be pasting this in our Claude over here, or else we can go over here and we can see also. And fine, we can paste over here only. Let's hope for the best. Okay, guys, this is really very good. Again, it can be more aligned, right? It can be more aligned, but fine, I guess. So this is fine enough. Okay, so last time also I asked this guy to do the same thing, but it didn't use any of the native uh, triggers or any of the native nodes which are already inside the n8n, and it used some I don't know what it exactly did, but it did something else only, right? Anyways, this time it is looking still better, right? Let's message this. Already, I guess this is published, right? So we can message it. Let's open our Telegram. So guys, this is where we are going to talk with. This is the Unibot, right? We are going to talk with this guy. And over here, these are my previous conversations. Let's hope for best. Okay. Also, okay, hi there. Okay, so we are getting this. Also, guys, if you're going to see this thing, which is this message was sent by automatically, like if you guys know, if anyone has used n8n, they might be knowing that there is attribution, n8n attribution, and this guy, I guess so, has turned that off. Let me show you guys. And I didn't told it, right? Still, it has done that. Yeah, append n8n attribution, right? So it has turned this off, which is, or this is disabled, which means this is really very good, right? I didn't ask it to do. Let me check this more thing, which was, yeah. So this is fine. Apart from this, guys, we are not giving any memory to this guy. If we would be giving this memory, then it would able to remember the past conversations also, right? That we can do in further videos. If you want, we can create a better workflow. This is very easy, by the way. I guess it will hardly take 15 minutes to make this from my end. And if you're going to see over here, let's click this. So if this would be my input, would be if message, then only it is going to execute, or else it is not, right? So let me show you. Let's ask this guy, what is Claude. So it is going to research, and we would be getting an answer over here. Also, guys, you can go over here in n8n. If you have used this, you can check your executions over here, right? So this is right now running. And why this is running still? Because this is going to take, okay, so we got some error over here. Let's see. So we got some error over here. Let's see. I guess so. Okay, so there is one error over here. Yeah, so over in that only we would be going with the, yeah, I remember now, we would be going with HTML itself, and now this is going to get executed. Fine. And we received message, right? So main problem over here was this, guys, that see, there are too many asterisks over here, there might be some slash over here, and that's the reason we are getting this message. Anyways, so it is creating a good workflow. Also over here, if, like, I guess this video is getting too long, so let's keep this up to here, right? If you guys have any doubt in this, make sure that you are asking in comment box. Fine.